quitting my job was the best decision that I ever made. And a lot of you are contemplating quitting your job, but you're gripped with fear. That is totally understandable. And I just wanted to share how I felt when I walked out those doors for the last time. And this was literally 4 years ago, and we've been making it just fine for the last 4 years. Less money, but we've been doing just fine. But I want to encourage you by just telling you, describing that day. It was August 14th, 2020. I actually, we were working from home. It was during the pandemic, so we've been working from home for a while when I put my 2-week notice in, my resignation. And I just remember that day, putting my suit on, tying up my bow tie. And, you want to be nice and presentable, which I always wore bow ties every day anyway, but just a little extra spiffy that day, my last day. And I remember going in, and they had like an awards thing where they give you, an award. It was a federal government job. So, they give you certificates saying thank you for your service, X number of years, because I had done 20 years in the military and probably about 8 years, I believe, of federal government time as a civilian. So they kind of document all those things. They have a little hors d'oeuvres and everything. And I just remember standing there, just kind of thinking, halfway nervous, halfway scared, halfway confident, halfway sure, halfway unsure. I know none of that makes sense, but those are the feelings, that the range of emotions that you go through when you're walking away, especially abruptly with a 2-week notice in. And I just remember standing there and got all my stuff in my box, like on the movies where, you got a box with your stuff in there, your favorite stapler that's yours, that you bought, with your name on it. How you put your name on your stapler and your name on your favorite pen. Oh, nobody does that, just me? I'm the only person that puts their name on a stapler, because who was still a stapler, right? So I had my box, and I remember getting in the elevator, because we were a few floors up. Came down the elevator, some people was in there, and oh, you leaving? Like, oh man, yeah, man, I'm resigning. I'm gonna be a stay-at-home dad now. The pandemic just kind of changed things for me and my 1-year-old and 6-year-old. So dad is gonna be home every day to make sure everything is okay. So I'm walking through the lobby of the building. You got to turn your badge in, because it was a secure building. So I did all the paperwork to turn my badge in and everything. And the security guys were like, man, we're gonna miss you around here. And it's funny how the impact you have on people that you really don't talk to regularly, but they see you regularly in those small conversations in between the lines, made an impact. So I was kind of feeling kind of bad, like, oh man, I'm not gonna see these guys, anymore on a regular basis, before work, after work, or during the work day. So again, my heart is pounding, pumping with Kool-Aid, man, like just nervous, scared, be honest, man. So I walked through the parking lot. It's a big parking lot. I used to park a long ways away, because nobody wants to get door dings in their car, right? So I used to park a long ways away. So I'm walking through the parking lot, and I get to my car, and I just remember stopping in my tracks. And I turned and I looked back at the building. And, I literally could have shed a tear, man. Like you did it. If we put it in the track and field terms, you saw all those hurdles in front of you, and you said, man, I'm not going to make it through all those hurdles. I'm going to trip over the first hurdle and fall and hurt myself. I did trip over some hurdles in life. We all trip over hurdles in life. But you know what we got to do? We got to get back up. We got to dust ourselves off. We got to brush the dirt off our shoulders, and we got to jump over the next hurdle. And believe it or not, unlike the Olympics, in real life, there are people to help you over those hurdles. Whether it's a neighbor, a family friend, someone on YouTube like myself that don't mind sharing, details of my journey, at 51 years old, things that I went through in life. So I just turned back to the car and put the box in the car, got in the car, and as I'm driving away, I look in the rearview mirror, I'm looking like at the building, and it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And I often tell people, those big things that are in your way, put them in your rearview mirror and watch how they get smaller and smaller. And you put things in your rearview mirror by having a plan. My plan when we left this job, we paid off our debt. We did a snowball, and the debt snowball. We paid off all the small stuff first, and we continued to go up. And we paid off $123,000 in literally 23 months. It took time, but we did it. And that big debt got smaller and smaller in the rearview. So My friend, I'm encouraging you. You can do it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I love you. You can do it. I believe in you. And there's more greatness out of you that I want to see. And I can't wait, So drop in the comments, man. You plan on quitting your 9 to 5.